Starting off June 2026 with my return to TCGs. I was on a burnout, small hiatus, but now I'm like gonna slowly come back. I'm gonna briefly talk about these two. Got Yu-Gi-Oh, Grand Archive. Both have new products coming in August. So from here, it's about 2 months time at least, over 2 months. Just briefly talk about it. So I had RDA in the past, but I always wanted Sky Strikers back during when the Salamangreat structure deck came out. That's around the time when I came back into the game. I've talked about this briefly, but I like the card pool in this more. 100%. It's all every card in the deck is a Sky Striker card. There's no like generics or other structure decks would include. And I'm waiting for when the Arc 5 structure decks come out. Mainly interested in Luna Lights. Not really a Pendulum person. In fact, I dropped the game during that time. I'm repeating myself. I've said this on the channel before. Literally, but I'm just reiterating it for, the start of this month. I also have, this month I'm prioritizing, selling some old stuff. I have some old stuff that I need to get rid of. Get a little bit of, cash back and whatever. But that's a bit of my personal life. I focus on that, and of course I've been making content for a while now. In a diary in a sense, but also just I don't mind talking about this stuff. This is low powered, thinking. Using just a limited card pool and just doing the best you can with that. I also have some figures on the side, using the Game Genic here as a stand for everything. I also have figures on the side. I did a duo figure posing, and I'm gonna continue that. A posing session. I have an idea. So the last time I did this was 2 blonde characters. I have 2 SHFs. Or rather, I think Zero here is D Arts. Still part of the brand. I'm gonna count it. So yeah. Quickly talk about Grand Archive. They got that new set, the cyberpunk looking thing, I guess. I'll be awaiting that. I've just had Tristan here for a year plus, whatever, and so I'm just chilling with Grand Archive. My neighbors I'm not to dox them or anything. They're not around for a little bit, so if there's any noise that you hear externally, it'd be something unexpected. But yeah, I can talk a bit more expressively. That's a little bit doxing. Okay, moving on. So yeah, I just wanted to briefly talk about this. I do have Vanguard and Pokemon. With Pokemon, actually the Lucario, Mega Lucario stuff, but I'm not sure on it. And similarly with Vanguard, I am sure. I'm only gonna have one Vanguard deck for now. Just because of ease of access. Their precons are. It's just I'm not too attached to Vanguard. I've been playing Vanguard Zero. That's what I'm mostly attached to. There's also the stuff that was going on back then. So I wanted Shadow Paladins, but that's in a core set. Can't really get it in a pre-constructed manner. There's Legion, Break Ride. There's a lot I can talk about, but I'm keeping this, an overview in the beginning of the month. So maybe I'll get back into talking about this. We'll see. With Vanguard, I just have the one pre-constructed deck with Leo Lamorta. There's that. Pokemon, TCG. Not sure on it. I'm a slight interested in Lucario, and there was also Mega Team Rocket Honchkrow, not Mega Honchkrow. Team Rocket Honchkrow. I've been on and off about that, and Pokemon hasn't really been too interesting for me. It's a rotation sort of thing. I have that mindset, and then now with One Piece, One Piece with their rotation, the Block 5 set, the Paramount War again. Definitely interested, but I have to like visit Card Chomps, gotta see what's available. Planning on picking up the Black Yamato deck, but we'll see. Like, it's just it's not out yet, I believe, but there's like coverage of it, info coverage, early metagames, that sort of stuff. So we'll see. I mean, on the channel I did Black Crocodile. I liked it, but then there's like some small issues I've had with it, just on a personal level, not even on a gameplay wise. It's quite underrated, if anything. Yeah, One Piece. Hopefully I come back into that. There's also the starter decks too, I believe. But this might be a One Piece centric month to start the summer, hurricane season, or just the start of summer. Whatever you want to call it. There's still summer school for the grade schoolers, but then, of course, college. Still, for the non-summer schoolers, they have a summer vacation to, maybe I'll meet some young TCG players, and slowly coming back on TCGs. Like I said, I have figures on me as well, and I'll do some figure posing. I should have had this on the side, but I was just talking about TCGs, so I just mixed the two. What I plan on doing, I wanted a flat surface. Let me see. I'll move this here. I'll move this to the side, and then I'll use this as a flat surface. Coming up with a pose. Let's see if I can balance this. I'll move the camera when I can. Can I keep it? Yeah. So I could change my perspective a little bit. It's already shown her being upside down before. That's not the point. I'm trying to make it like balance, But yeah, we'll see. So I want to briefly talk about, just the start of the month. See how well things are going. Before recording, I was like rewatching a bit of World Trigger. I have some grand ideas about setting up like teams and like the whole rank war situation. Oh, it's easier than I thought. All right. Hopefully, I'll wait for a bit. I mean, you already see his feet, but I'm just gonna see if I can move the camera very, very briefly. Yeah, it's just a quick posing session. This could be a highlight. I don't know. But there you go. I just wanted to do something funny. It's the SHF duo. Had a blonde duo, and now I don't have his blonde hair equipped. I even have I'll put it back on here again. I have all the stuff right here, as you can see. I'll just cover like this. Oh, there we go. It fell. But we got it on record, so it's all cool. Back on TCGs. That's like the main theme of this brief recording, the start of the month. I'm slowly coming back. I can low-key upgrade Sky Strikers, but it's to my own time. With RDA, I feel like I had to upgrade, so I'm like, I do like RDA, but not enough to keep it, sadly. I don't know. It's just trying to find like close attachments to cards. That's what matters. Low-key, that like gives you a bit of purpose, kind of like life in general. Life's purpose. Man, there's some conspiracy theories and everything, but like, and it's just a roller coaster of emotions. Kristen with the assassination automaton. Still in that automaton mindset. I don't think, yeah. Moving on. Like, it's definitely a small coincidence that I have these in the same in the same box. Won't have to touch on this until August. Until like the new season. So right now we're in the summer season. There'll be some tournaments and some data with that. And then the other two decks, or the other two games I have, Pokemon, Vanguard. We'll see. They'll be more my focus, while these two are just chilling until a couple months later. So, small update on that. I'll do more figure poses too. Not this, but like do more of the duo posing. The next one I plan on doing is double Figma. I got that going, and then I think I've gone through almost every combination. The only combination left, I believe, is Shinobu and the other figure, the new figure I had. Yeah. So check that out. yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Okay. But yeah, the next one I should be doing is double Figma, and then I can do this pair because I did this pair already. Oh, I can do this pair and the new figure as well. Right. So I still have a couple more things. I wanted to keep it simple this time. I did like this because it was experiment. It was surprisingly easy. Just at least for a brief period. They're just, as you saw, there was that. And then briefly talk about this. I have old stuff that I want to just showcase before, selling it off. So we'll get to that. I was looking through old video games. Had a GameStop receipt from like 2014. Give or take, like basically years ago, so the nostalgia. Was at my like neighborhood GameStop, and it's gone now. GameStop had like a bunch of shutdowns earlier this year, so it was just one of those. So yeah, brief recording. Gotta keep on innovating. I'm keeping on. So every time I'm off the record, I also keep on innovating on the side. I still have a script I need to go through. Of course, I've talked about the GameStop receipt now, so I'll probably throw that away. I'd rather not show it, but you just have to take my word for it. Like it's just a bunch of ink on a paper. And then all I have is just my my talkings, my dialogue voice, all that stuff. But yeah, as for like the script I keep on talking about, it was like post Mother's Day. I need to get around to actually like, do a walk and talk with that. Realistically, I could do it here, sit down, but I'd rather do a walk and talk, like actually a walk and talk about it. So get around to that. Gotta showcase you some old stuff. I have some old like Shonen Jump Takobans, because give a little tease of what I have to sell off. And I have some old like DVDs. I'll show that off too. But the things I haven't, what I mean to say, is I used to have like the old, like orange boxes from Dragon Ball Z DVDs. I think I just threw them away. So it's like, we could have done some reselling with that. But at the same time, it's like somewhat easy to find. I can think of a couple places, but whatever. That'll probably be the summary of this whole month. Be productive in that sense. And as for like with my whole neighbors thing, they have like a little over a week to work with. So I'm able to talk outside of like the closet, the corner. This is still a corner technically. Yeah. Been physically taxing the past couple of days. But hey, like, no pain, no gain. I'll keep it at that. No pain, no gain. So yeah, just shelving this until August. And then I do have some more figure posing. I gotta brainstorm on that. And I'm like low-key rewatching some animes again. So that's weird. Like, fate works in mysterious ways. Like what? I never thought I'd be rewatching some animes again. It's just that I like watching it, but I want to like be productive at the same time. I'm getting older. I gotta like, you know, get some income. I will. I hope to get some income working on a YouTube channel. The whole like content creation influencer is like a lot of them are just like they're not being professional about it. Like I'm actually caring about professionalism, and that is a cockroach. All right, it's a good segue to end the recording. Got some hair here. Gotta clean that out. This is what I was using for my phone stand. So pretty efficient. I've had like some strugglings. You had to use the Tristan box that I've shown on the channel. So that is a little weird. But yeah. There you go, as you can see. Okay. Anything else I need to say? I already said to like, comment, subscribe in like the middle of the recording. But yeah, just closing the chapter on this for a little bit. Yeah, One Piece. It'll be one. Depends on if there's any like delays, and also info. Just new product info in general for the One Piece card game. All right. These recordings usually take a good amount of time, huh? Go over 10 minutes. Well over 10 minutes. But yeah, I just have just an overview. There's a lot to talk about in life, so less negative. Even though I can easily I can dive back into that negativity mindset. And definitely see the benefits of positive. Just don't have toxic positivity. Yeah, toxic positivity is it's a different can of worms. Okay, that's it for the day, really. I'll see what I can do tomorrow. Try to, not really daily uploads, but record when I can. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm able to record some old stuff. We'll see.